Welcome back. The solar eclipse is hitting the USA on April 8th, and it will hit part of our area as a partial eclipse. So to make sure that your eyes are safe during that time, I'm joined by two Prisma Health doctors, an optician, Grant Brown, and a ophthalmologist, Jeanette White. So let's start with why it's so important to protect your eyes during this time. I think a lot of us think this is a partial eclipse in our area. Why do I need to protect my eyes? Great.
Okay. The partial eclipse, we're going to have about, at the maximum, 18% left. It's going to screen about 82%. These little solar eclipses, just to show you how the glasses, how much 18% is dangerous, these things screen 100,000 times as much light as a pair of sunglasses. So even 18% is tremendously too much. It can still burn very, very quickly in the eye. Even though you may not feel it, it's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, so this is a model of the eye. We'll just kind of open it on up. Try not to lose any pieces here. Put that back together. And the retina is the tissue that lines. Now I'm going to take the iris out here, the colored part, but it lines the entire back of the eyeball. So as that sunlight comes in, that super powerful sunlight, it gets focused by the cornea and the lens, which is right behind it, right through into the area of central vision, which is this little spot right here. This is the optic nerve. It's the cable that runs from the back of the eye to the brain. But you're looking right at it. This is what is getting burned and damaged during the solar eclipse.
What can be a result if that is damaged?
Permanent loss of vision.
Wow.
Now, in most cases, if it's a brief exposure, there will be some recovery over weeks to months, but there definitely are cases where people never get their vision back. Or even if they can see the eye chart well, they'll still have distortions in both eyes. Things will not look right. And that will never, they're the only eyes you have. We can't do retinal transplants. You can't fix that. Once it's damaged, it's damaged.
And Dr. Grant, you have a demonstration of what it is actually like when this happens. So
Our eye has a magnifying lens inside. It's the lens, it's inside the eye. And this is just a magnifier just to show, this is a picture of a retina. And if we get it just right, it's pretty quick. You can see the smoke coming off. And if you can see what happened,
you burnt a hole.
burnt a hole.
So
right
is
through
that
it.
an example of the power of the sun on your eye?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because our eyes have a magnifying lens inside, and when and it's designed to focus on the retina. So when it brings that light that's so powerful, even if it's only 18%, it can literally burn a hole.
How long do you have to be staring at the sun like that for it to happen? Would it be 5 seconds?
Yep.
Wow.
Or less, to get shadows and possibly some damage. But it doesn't take long for it to be permanent. And it's kind of like a camera. You can have $1 million camera, but if the film isn't good, it's useless.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And this is damaging that film, that retina in the back.
all right. And we don't have much time left, so I'm just going to kind of wrap it up quick here. But I know this is a little craft that kids can make, and then there's a certain certification that you want to get with the glasses, right? If you buy them online.
If you buy them online, you need the ISO, which is a standard, it's international standards, and it has to have the numbers that says for solar viewing. And then everybody asks, this little CE is the European version of our FDA stamp, that it passes there. So even though these are made in America, they would be all right. Europe would accept them.